Hello everyone, welcome to episode 12 of Marvel's Midnight Suns, and it didn't occur to me to say this during the last episode, because actually the last couple, because we've really been wrapped up in the story, but I have to give it to the tech team. Sometimes we talk about games that we're playing like long after they came out, and there's still these like lingering bugs, and they're very frustrating, like, hey, how come this game is still a fairly recent release, and the last couple of patches really do feel like they have worked out the large majority of technical bugs that I was having. If we see any new ones, like maybe I'm tempting fate here, but the last couple episodes went off without a hitch, and performance has been improved across the board, which, by the way, was it raining at the last episode? Anyway, let's have a chat with Nico.
Caretaker doesn't understand that sitting around doing nothing affords Lilith more time.
And Magik. I have a bad feeling that they each had something to say at the end of the last episode.
Rules are like hearts. Break them and get ready for the fireworks.
Okay, 5 seconds. I don't know that I'm going to reload, but when we came out of the... Yeah, let me try to reload this, since I think this would have been from the moment that we arrived. We might even get the last cutscene, but I have a very vivid memory of the two of them having speech bubbles. Like they had dialogue that we could engage with. Yeah, here we go.
Don't say a word, Nico.
What would be the point?
Okay, so, sorry, I don't know that the game pauses when we come here. Like, if we go into the options menu or something, does it pause at least a little bit? The topic is, as of the last episode, Nico, Magik, and Hunter accidentally went through, like, a mirror portal and wound up at Bruce Banner's base, where he was doing experiments on, as it turned out, Scarlet Witch. Scarlet Witch attacked them, and they had to, like, fend her off, although somewhat narrowly, because then she tried to push through Magik's limbo portal to attack the Abbey directly. Caretaker showed up and sort of put a stop to that, but again, it was a very, very narrow victory, and that brought us to this moment now, which is here. Okay.
Nico,
Don't bother. Kinda just want to be left alone.
You screwed up. Do I want to say that? So let me talk it through. Here's the situation. A, I usually like to go for the dark options, and oftentimes they're not nearly as dark as I think they are. And also, I don't know. I'm going to say this just because I'm so on the fence about it. I personally would go with we did our best. I do feel like that's a little bit of like hollow encouragement based on how it went down, but I do feel like this is more in line with our Hunter.
we have a lot to think about. How we got here. How we failed.
Yeah, you think?
We can talk tomorrow, when you are feeling better.
Yeah, right. Might be a while.
I will be here.
But Wanda won't.
Yeah, this dialogue absolutely did not happen last time. I'm glad that we reloaded.
Ileana, are you okay?
My best friend just tried to murder me. What do you think?
So what was worth the risk is the problem with this response that I'm going to choose. The worth the risk of, like, exploring that facility and trying to find her, doing the seance and stuff. Like, we came away with a lot more information than we had before, and it's not like we could have done anything sooner. I do think it was worth the risk.
We knew trying to save Wanda was going to be a risk.
I know. But is it really worth risking the life of everyone here to do it?
I think so. Do you not?
I just want to close my eyes, and when I reopen them, have this all be some bad dream.
We both should get some sleep.
It's the only thing left to do tonight.
Good night, Magik.
Good? There is nothing good about this night, Hunter. Nothing good at all.
Okay. That, by the way, is a really good example of in what way was that a dark side response. Okay. Let me look.
Of all the reckless, immature.
Hunter, if you're looking for Caretaker, she went to her room.
Yeah, and she made it very clear she doesn't want to be disturbed. She's pretty upset.
We really screwed up, didn't we? I knew we shouldn't have gone messing with that mirror.
I'm worried about Nico and Magik. I think they're in shock or something.
We're all in shock. It's gonna take some time for us to pull it back together. If we manage to pull ourselves together at all.
I actually don't know which of these rooms is Caretaker's. I assume, yeah, it's right across the hall.
She pushed Wanda right out of the Abbey. Again.
Hold on. I don't... Oh.
Caretaker? It is Hunter.
Leave me be. I'm not exactly in the mood for visitors right now.
I'm just curious if we did open. It doesn't seem to work inside the Abbey, but...
It does not seem right to intrude in their space.
Okay. Yeah, the last...
You do immature things, you get called immature.
The last story beat, I actually really... I wanted to talk about this. I loved the way that it kicked off because, A, I didn't know it was going to be a story beat. B, you know how I've been putting some effort into making sure that all the characters get at least some...
Aw, who's a good kitty?
Have we seen this before? Oh! Hand size increased by 1 for 3 turns for, Hunter. And that's, like, hand of cards. Like, not her hands. I felt really vindicated in the last episode where all of a sudden we were in a mission that it was going to be Nico and Magik, and like that's who we had, because my memory at least was that we didn't have an opportunity to switch around the deck if we wanted to, but we went in there with some pretty good cards and were able to pull it through okay.
Between Lilith's plans and her turning our friends to pawns, we can't turn against each other.
I don't think there's going to be a lot in here for me to do. I do have some gloss. Oh, I have a lot of gloss. So, last time I bought the thing that we didn't want. So this is by Rhodey. Those who know him, For those who know him, James War Machine Rhodes is more than a soldier. He's a born leader, a fast friend, and a considerate partner. Now hear his story in his own words, forward by Sam Wilson. Sam Wilson. Why do I feel like I should know who that is and don't? I bet Jab would know. So, this is an Iron Man gift. I definitely want to give it to Iron Man. Root Beers of Canada. So, that seems very much like a Wolverine gift. I don't know how many, like, for all I know, like, I don't know, Nico's from Canada, but Wolverine is very Canadian, so I feel like that would be for him. And then, I'm just telling you based on the title, this is a Doctor Strange one. An extremely dense text that could only appeal to the most scientifically minded readers, forward by Reed Richards. Scientifically, but it's gotta be a multi-dimensional ciphers and graviton theory. That's gotta be a Doctor Strange thing, multi-dimensional ciphers. Let's buy this, and yeah, yes, I do have enough gloss to buy this, what I assume to be a Wolverine gift. Right, we're just gonna take a quick pass around the Abbey. It is raining cats and demon dogs out there. Hey, Doc.
Everyone is quite rattled, aren't they?
So while I'm just like taking a quick look around, I guess I heard today and did not confirm. Like I like, please take this as things Angel heard, like overheard at various points and may not be true. Oh, hold on.
And here I thought we were finally starting to trust each other.
They went behind our backs, nearly cost us everything.
They were trying to save their friend, like any of us would do.
Please, I would never do anything that reckless.
Do you even hear the words coming out of your mouth anymore?
I would never do anything that reckless, given the stakes.
Really?
Okay, fine. I would never do anything that reckless today.
Hello, Patikan.
I give that a solid maybe.
Okay, stop. So this game is super weird in that it doesn't actually pause, so hopefully they don't keep talking. Hello to Patikan and everybody raiding over. Hello to Innertooth, Patikan, Maxine. Patikan, I'm so sorry. Wait, raided over. Didn't you lose power? sorry, that was a very interesting sequence of events, because I was like, oh my god, Patikan, thank you so much for the raid. I'm so sorry that you lost power like an hour ago and weren't able to keep streaming. It got back shortly after. Oh, Patikan, I missed it. I had no idea. Patikan, it's very good to have you here. Without, like, you know, we want to be careful not, you know, you and I, you know a lot about it, as do your viewers, but other viewers who come by for this game may not know very much about it yet, so we'll be respectful of their spoilers. So without any spoilers, what are you thinking of Kathy Rain so far?
FYI, everybody at Stark Industries would be upset with what you did. Me, not so much.
Okay, but bro, you heard me. I walked in on you being upset.
But we have to battle our impulses to win the war.
Took the fight to Lilith, huh? Next time, take more fight with you.
Patikan is saying worst timing too, because he was at the end of the first chapter, so his VOD is split up, like only 30 minutes VOD for that last bit, and is enjoying the game so far. Yeah, Kathy Rain, I think I brought this up, you know, during previous events. I have a lot of thoughts about Kathy Rain, but on the whole, I very much enjoyed the journey, and I'll be very interested to know what Patikan thinks of it as he goes forward.
Whew, you look like hell, dear. I suppose you must feel like it too after these very rough few days.
As we take a moment to see how Hunter looks, can we just, like, if that's what you look like hell is, how am I supposed to feel about my real-world appearance?
I can handle hell. I was built for it.
You were built for battling hellhounds and dread maidens. Not the battles of the home front.
It does not bother me.
No, dear. You're just good at hiding how much it does. I am sorry you were unable to save Wanda, but at least you tried. I can't help but feel responsible for how things played out. Perhaps I pushed you too hard to save her too soon, before you, Nico, and Magik were ready.
And hello to Lucha Freddy.
We did not try hard enough, evidently.
No, Hunter. There was nothing you could have done. It was my fault for leading you down this path, and I must take responsibility for that.
I cannot get Wanda out of my head now, seeing her like that. I know I did not know her before she fell, but she was in so much pain. It permeated from her. I could feel it tear right through me. I just wish I could have freed her from it.
I know, dear. Me too. Maybe you'll get a chance to again. In the meantime, don't beat yourself up about it too much. And remember how much Sarah and I love you.
I feel like anytime, like, a specter is telling you from beyond the grave that you look like hell, it's a pretty deep dig, honestly. So what I was starting to say before we sort of got engaged in all of this conversation is that something that I heard today, but again, haven't like gotten like seen a news article myself about it, was that apparently this game in its like opening like couple months of sale has really not done well at all. Like way below expectations, way below like what its quality would speak to for Firaxis. And can I just, like, I just want to pause. That is really disappointing to me. Like, I'm speaking as somebody who's had some fairly significant technical issues at various points. And one of the things that I talked about is how much, what a testament to the quality of the game it is that I want to persist past them because of how much I like it. This is a game that has made it extremely easy to accidentally do 4 and 5 hour long streams because time just gets away from me because there's so many different things to do. And the storyline and combat systems and crafting systems and advancement systems, the character work, the modeling, the dialogue, the voice acting, all of this stuff it's so clear that they poured so much effort into this game. The fact that it hasn't found the audience that they were expecting feels very disappointing to me. Sorry, I haven't yet checked since we got back the chests. So we definitely want to go there in a minute. Let me just make sure that I'm not standing on one. Oh, we actually are. Hold on. Yeah, I talk about this every once in a while. Charm of Clarity. Gain 1 redraw for free, and also we got some new palettes. Look, all the cosmetics! All the cosmetics that are just, like, built into the game. I say this every once in a while. Apparently I didn't see this before, but we'll do it.
The son of Gaia approves.
One of the things that I think about from time to time is, what if, somehow, some way, somebody involved with the development of the game decided to say, hey, I wonder what like some rando on Twitch has to say about this game, and they tuned into this. Most often, more often than not, what I'd want them to find is a channel that is engaging with their craft in good faith. Somebody who is really looking at it and reading the text and paying attention to what's going on and attempting to learn the systems, and that if I find that something falls short, it's not for lack of effort or attention, because that would be really disappointing if you spent months or even years of your life working on a product and then you put it out there and somebody's just like, you know, getting confused and expressing dissatisfaction when they just didn't pay any attention to it. I imagine that would be annoying, and nobody's perfect. I'm sure that I will make mistakes as I play and will sometimes feel frustrated by things that were probably previously explained, but on the whole, I kind of want to do my best. It feels like it's showing respect for all the work that went into crafting the product. Here, with this game, I want to advance it a little bit more and just say that if somebody who worked on this in any capacity, from level design to character design to texturing, the combat, if you had some hand in making this, I am really, really, really happy and impressed by what I've seen in this game so far. It doesn't feel... Sometimes I'll say that, like, wow, this game feels like it was made specifically for me. Like, I'm trying to think of an example of that, and one will come to mind at some point. But no, this game feels like it was made for people completely unlike me, people who like card battling games and are very much steeped in the intricacies of the Marvel magical mythos, something that I know basically nothing about at all. And yet, the quality of the experience is so high that it's completely drawn me in. So that's what I have to say about this game so far, and I just feel bad for the people that worked so hard to make it, that I don't know if it's that it hasn't yet been discovered by the people who should see it, or if it's doesn't appeal to them in the same way that it does to me. I don't know. I think this game is really, really good. There do appear to be multiple articles posted today about the sales numbers being disappointing despite good critical reviews. Sometimes that happens. I heard an interesting theory that this came out very shortly after Mario plus Rabbids. By the way, I'm walking here because I'm looking for all of these crafting materials. Like, that's why I didn't do the fast travel today. Also, so I could say the thing that I'm saying. I heard the interesting theory today that because it came out so soon after Mario plus Rabbids 2, like whatever that game was called, that's why it didn't sell as well, because it's too similar. Now, I haven't played Mario plus Rabbids 2, but I did play the first one, and that would be an interesting conclusion to draw. It's a little bit to me like saying, oh, Deliver Us the Moon didn't perform as well because it came out too close to, like, Doom 2016, or, like, please don't quote me on when these games came out, because they both have first-person modes. No, some sort of, like, vague, superficial similarity doesn't, like, I wouldn't even necessarily put these in adjacent, like, this into an adjacent genre as Mario plus Rabbids. And hello to Mark Quack, by the way, if I didn't say that. They're both turn-based. That's about as close as you can get. Sorry, I do want to go... Did I... Okay, it is selected now. We're going to go to Shaw's Church. You know, like I started to say, I played some of the original Mario plus Rabbids, and I really like the game design in it, and I really like the Mario characters, and I was concerned about this going in. I just can't with the Rabbids. And just so that everybody knows what we're talking about, you know how Ubisoft has this? You probably don't, because I don't think that anybody that watches this channel is very likely to, like, be a fan of what the Rabbids bring to us. But Rabbids, they're Rabbids, they're stupid idiots that make lots of babbling noises and have a fondness for underpants and toilets, and I think that the Rabbids are I'll just say intolerable. I cannot with them. And if Mario plus Rabbids had been Mario Tactics, Super Mario Tactics, if it had been that minus everything that it was without Rabbids, I would have probably played it all the way through and enjoyed it. I find the Rabbids so irritating. They make my skin crawl, and I just can't with them. So that's why I didn't go in for the sequel.
Look who's awake.
Yeah, actually, I just teleported here. So I think that we've seen everything that we can. I'm just going to take one more pass at this because there's no... Oh, wait, I don't know that we pet Charlie. Hold on. No, that was Ebony. Charlie is here. Can I... Okay, we'll just go the opposite way from where I'm facing. Hello to Ricardinho! Ricardinho, we were actually just talking about you yesterday. And Innertooth was saying 6 days of stress, Ricardinho, just vibing. But I'm not sure if that's part of like an earlier conversation or something new. Ricardinho, we were actually just talking about you yesterday. Hold on, let's pet this dog.
Good girl, Charlie.
Because I was asking about Mothoth and saying like, oh, Mothoth's been away for a while. It turns out Mothoth is on break.
Your mom must be desperate for friends if she keeps stealing all of ours.
And Moo had said, oh, just like Ricardinho. And I said, yeah, no worries. I want people to know that we miss having them doing active streams and hanging out. But your real world stuff always comes first. And if you got to take a break to... Oh, yeah, I don't want to put up a picture right now. Like when you consider, sorry to switch like topics, but when you consider that like one of my like biggest complaints about the game right at the moment is that the comic books don't size correctly the picture frames, like that's my biggest problem with the game. It's such a minor cosmetic issue. Also, speaking of cosmetics, bro, Angel, I miss it too so much. Ricardinho, no, like, we'll be so happy when you're able to come back, but until then, you focus on what you focus on what you need to focus on. Also, Innertooth is saying unplayable. I feel like I'm missing... Like, did Innertooth say something earlier? Sorry, just 1 second. Because I feel like this is a continuation of... Oh, and hello to Solid Chrome Hickey. Wow. Oh my god, Solid Chrome Hickey was actually the very first person to say hello, and I completely missed it. Alright, let's look at our Borderline costumes. No. Yeah, I'm so sorry to everybody who might be a fan of the Borderline. It's not gonna happen. It just isn't. There's no cosmetics in that line that I don't dislike rather a lot. I don't mind this gray one. The gray one's pretty cool. If the yellow was a little bit more gold, and it feels weird because it's very gold, but it just doesn't look quite right. Yeah. I don't know. What else hold on. What else do we have in here? Oh, not very many, right. And then the Midnight Sun one, which I'm not... Oh, wait, hold on. We've got a new cosmetic for that. Right, I think I saw that one. Yeah, I was like, that's the Crimson Guard from whatever. Now, let's go back with this. I have to say, the purple doesn't look very good in this menu, but it actually looked really good in the level. Ricardinho will be here after the exams. Yeah, Ricardinho is saying it's just not possible, but oh, in 6 days the semester is over and I will be released from studying all the time. That's what it is. Yeah, Ricardinho, you keep your eyes on that horizon, because we're going to be here in 6 days, and so will all the games that you want to play, and so will all the other friends in chat. Like, you focus on that, because you know what? In a year's time, in 5 years' time, in 10 years' time, you're not going to remember... Well, I mean, hopefully you'll remember, like, the Twitch experience in a fond way, but what you're mostly going to remember is the benefit of from the time and energy that you put into the exams, and probably in a very wistful and nostalgic way. A lot of people look back on it that way. So yeah, you focus on... Yeah, I feel like we're good. I wanted to unlock all the furniture for the room, but I actually don't care about, like, designing the curtains and stuff. And that goes to your friends too, Ricardinho. Like, you've been on stream with a bunch of your friends over the time. Like, I hope that they're all doing well. Okay. Yeah, a lot just happened. Okay, hold on. So that was Steve Rogers. Let's read the Global News repost bot. Turbulence damages multiple planes in transient airspace. Passengers report seeing strange creatures surrounding the planes. Spider-Man says, whoa, the article says flying creatures are pulling wires in mid-flight. Nico says, and airlines are still refusing to ground their planes. Magik says, you should all be thankful you get to travel air limbo. No corrupt corporations pulling the strings. Nico says, limbo, the real mom and pop of travel. Spider-Man says, shouldn't it just be mom and mom out of the mom and pop duo? And Magik says, no, I'm powerful enough to be both. I approve. And Tony Stark. The only good elephant in the room is the kind you mount on a wall. I disagree. In that spirit, let's... Wow, that really irritated me. I'm going to go right past that comment. Let's dig into last night's catastrophe. Captain America says that isn't the time. Iron Man says half the team went AWOL, Steve. Accidentally, by the way. We didn't mean to. Just so you know, our secret weapon and our only reliable method of transportation decided to follow Mallrat Mab into a trap so obvious even Wonder Man would have noticed it. Okay, it's just he's so wrong. Maybe it has to do with, like, the day that I had, but that's not what happened. Fool? Maybe talk to us first about what actually happened, because we were doing, like, basically... a 14-year-old seance, and then something went wrong, and we accidentally teleported to where they were, and then it wasn't a trap. We just, like, they were just, like... He just, like, turned on the Wanda, is all that happened. It's not like he lured us there. You utter buffoon. Captain America's let it go, Tony. Doctor Strange says we cannot fault them for doing what they could to recover Wanda. Well, like, what else were we gonna do, though? Blade says, and since when does Iron Man play by any tune from his own? Telling us to follow the rules is a joke coming from you. Thank you, Blade. Iron Man says, it pains me to be the adult in the room, but I have no choice if you're going to lash out like children. Okay. Captain America says, Tony, last night they lost their teammate to Lilith. Iron Man says, and we didn't? Is Banner nothing to us? Captain America says, if you know the feeling, you know better than to pick a fight with those going through a similar experience. I am such a fan of Captain America. And Iron Man says, fine, I'll drop it for now. What a baby. Captain America, holy shit. We're friends now. Not really, because we're, like, not friends yet, but every time. Yeah, Mark Wack is like Tony Stark the Elephant Killer. Like, the fact that he opens up with, like... I'm not going to go on a tirade about this. Let's continue on. So... Hunter, it was not terrible to hang out with you. The Abbey is too much right now. You should join me for some peace and quiet. Let's, just go directly there.
Where are we going?
We are just hanging out. You know, for fun.
I am surprised.
How so?
I thought your idea of leisure was antagonizing Dr. Strange.
Tormenting him is too easy of a sport. Sometimes it's good to take a walk with someone who sees you as more than just an interdimensional doorman. Maybe I don't think you totally suck, okay?
You do not?
But before you use the F word, there are some very important ground rules. No braiding each other's hair. Actually, no touching each other's hair. No sharing food, and if you're thinking about nicknames, don't. Clear?
Reasonable rules, and I accept. I will make sure never to go near your hair, Illy.
What was that?
Or do you prefer Ilyanushka?
Ugh, you're impossible.
Out of curiosity, what did I do to earn this new place in your social hierarchy?
Why do you have to be so annoying about it? You know how to be bad, but in a good way. I like that.
You too, Ileana. So it is settled. We are friends.
There you go with that F word again. Don't ruin it, Hunter.
I will use another word then. Flattered, because that is what I am.
All right, level 3 friendship. Hunter was really weird there, I have to say. Compliment value increased. Oh, that's my next reward. Okay. Also, I don't know if we had another super link thing in here. By the way, Ricardinho is saying, no, he won't remember this wistfully. He'll straight up hate it because he's locked in his room looking at stuff that is stealing all my free time. He will remember the free time, though. Yeah, it is interesting to me, the times in my life. Let me share with you, oh, we've never been in here before. This is Mom's room. I, too, Ricardinho, have had experiences where I thought to myself, maybe I won't hate this as much in the future. Like, I'll look back on this more, and no, I still hate it. Like times in my life was like, no, that actually was absolutely horrible. So, 1694, Caretaker's journal. Lilith's husband, Gregor, is dead. An illness has swept through Salem, and even Lilith and I are affected. Many lives have been lost, and I see her clutching her swollen abdomen, fear plastered across her face. I wonder what will come of her if she loses the child. I can sense a change in my sister. She's always walked her own path, but that freedom of emotion that was once endearing grows into something darker. That's 9 of 12. I don't have any complete sets yet, but we're working up towards it. Caretaker's journal. This is April 1694. Lilith's free spirit has always been a worry of mine. I thought that perhaps coming here would help her channel that energy towards our work, but I was mistaken. First she married that mortal man. Now it seems she is expecting a child. A child? As if a lover was not a distraction enough. To bring a half-blood descendant into this world, it's not only wrong, but it is extremely dangerous, for all of us. She insists that my feelings are born of envy, and I cannot help but laugh. My longing for the distractions of love ended a millennia ago. Well, that didn't age well, Hunter. Sorry, Caretaker. Very few things do over, 400, 500 years, but also, let's bear in mind that Caretaker got into a relationship of her own, and we feel good about that for her. After doll locations, I think I got these. After the incident, I'd scattered my dolls in the area around the grave. Caretaker's doll was placed in the tree fort. Yeah, we found these, that I built along the cliff face in Dreamer's Descent. My doll was left at the tea party I set up at the top of the stairs above the gravesite. I built a fort beneath the standing stones for Mother's doll. As far, we already did that particular mystery, so I'm pretty sure that part's done. New England flora. Minor skill essence and a mercury totem. Some of the friend comments seem like it would be ideal for a fake trailer of this game as a rom-com. That would be so... that would be so much fun. I feel like it would come off as demeaning, but Marquak, it would actually be really, really funny.
Konnichiwa, friendo.
Nico? What are you doing in Wanda's room?
What does it look like? Ileana said this grimoire is filled with pretty powerful magic. There's gotta be something in here. Something to break the stupid spell your mother cast over Wanda so, you know, we can all go back to being normal. To being friends again.
It kind of feels like that's something that Wanda would have looked for. Sorry, Magik would have looked for.
If you intend on breaking Lilith's hold on Wanda, you are going to need to use magic as dark as hers. Are you up to that?
Have you seen me use the Staff of One? Yeah, not exactly the stuff of fairy tales. Unless you're talking about the creepy old original versions. You know, the ones that sound an awful lot like your childhood. Just because I don't go around broadcasting my dark side like some people do, doesn't mean I can't handle my fair share of dark magic. I know what I'm doing.
I never said you did not.
It all made sense in my head. We'd find Wanda, smack around a few Hydra dirtbags, bring her back to the Abbey, and Caretaker would bake her a cake. I wasn't exactly envisioning Wanda trying to murder us. Or you trying to do the same thing to her.
Wanda is fallen. It is time to accept that she is our enemy.
How about you accept that I'm not giving up on her, like ever? Well, unless you have anything to add to this free Wanda brainstorming sesh, I should get back to her grimoire. I'm not leaving one page unturned until I find a way of bringing her back to her senses. Till then, later.
I guess there is something to be said for, like, just having a completely fresh set of eyes. You know, when you've been over something over and over and over again, you can sort of, like, become a little bit calcified in your thinking about it. And now here comes Sister Grimm over here, reading through the grimoire, who doesn't know anything about magic, but might, like, incantations, this sort of magic, and that might be just what it needs. Right, we have to go do that, but let's go to the gallery. This is Magik's room, so let's see if we can find a good magic poster to put up. Or like this. Hold on, are we landscape, or this is landscape? All photos. So that's Iron Man. Who's this? Oh, that's Captain Marvel. That's a nice shot of Captain Marvel, but let's go back. This one, it's not terrible, but it's not really great either. This is not a great fight scene, just because it looks like Iron Man is just leaving. We don't do that many sparring sessions with Magik, and this is it's just the same one again. Okay, well, we'll just put up the most recent one so that it reflects our most recent costumes. Convert to painting. Okay, and now what? Okay, why is the framing off so much? Okay, so that is... I just don't want there to be any black at the top or bottom.
That looks good.
Yeah, it looks okay. It's a little bit like, it seems like they should be a little bit higher. Sorry, I just got a message. I just want to double check here. This is cool. Hold on one second. Brr. Okay.
Well, looky who it is.
Wait a second. Hold on a second. Magik's room is across the hall, right? Whose room is this? I thought that when I came in, she was like, you know, what are you doing in Magik's room? But if Magik's room is... Forget it, forget it. I'm not going to spend any more time on that. We went through her room. Let's go down to the chapel, just on the off chance that... Did I go through the chapel yet? Also? Hi, whose room is this? This is Deadpool's room. Okay. So Deadpool has up some comic book pictures of... Is that Captain America? Captain America... So there's text on there that actually would be legible if I was a little bit closer. Captain America proves that red, white, and blue are 3 colors that never go out of style. After an invigorating run, Cap cools off with a quick splash in the clear, refreshing water of Black Warrior Creek, I think that is. His spandex retro look trunks offer a modern twist on an old style. The suit is by Phillips for Gaijin? Anyway, yeah, 2020 vision. It's very, very, very small. So I don't think that I have any Deadpool-related posters, but let's look, because who knows when we're going to get another chance to do this. All right. Oh, that one's not bad. I mean, it's Deadpool-ish. Yeah, that might be the... Oh, and then there's the other one. That one, I don't know. This one seems cool. Let's turn that one into a painting. And... Oh, wait, who's this? We had to do a double take before we recognized this bearded blonde beach bum as being none other than the god of thunder himself, the mighty Thor. Sporting a new for the 90s look, the attractive Avenger shows us a side of himself we've never seen before in these relaxed yet regal designer briefs by Russell. Alright, let's put up the poster. Hi, that's a... Hold on. But that's a poster frame. There we go. And yeah, this one is just perfectly framed. Yes. I guess maybe it's black at the bottom, but honestly, the way that it like cuts off, who cares? Like that looks... That looks good enough for me. So, I wouldn't ask, except for like the decorations in his room, is Deadpool canonically gay, or does he just revel in making like the other heroes uncomfortable? Like Steve Rogers would come in here. Like it does feel like there's an element of Deadpool where he just like wants to irritate everybody all the time. I know of Deadpool from the one Ryan Reynolds movie that I saw, and then the other Ryan Reynolds movie that I saw was that X-Men Origins Wolverine, but he didn't speak in that one, so you didn't get much of a sense of his personality.
We're a rare breed these days, in more ways than one. There aren't many good guys left who can stack bodies the way we do.
You know, do the thing, he's not gay, he just likes to be Deadpool.
Back from your little field trip. I'm surprised Caretaker hasn't ripped you a new one yet. Going behind her back with the backup singers of your pop-punk band was really risky.
And if Magik and Nico needed to do it again, I would take the chance.
That's what I'm talking about. You should go buck wild more often.
There are no deer here.
I'm saying that what you and the emo twins did back there was gutsy. I like that. Between you and me, I would have done the same thing. Not because I love causing a scene, but in our line of work, we need to bend the rules. Play fast and loose.
It depends on what the situation calls for.
The situation always calls for rebellion. We're the grunts who do the work no one else wants to do.
Perhaps you are right.
Oh, can you say that again so I can record it? I don't hear that phrase too often. If you ever want to break more rules with your little posse, count me in.
Here's an open question for chat. How do they do the mask eye movements in the Ryan Reynolds Deadpool movie? Because as much commentary as I've ever seen, so I've only seen the first one, and I'll just let you guys know, I personally don't think I care very much about spoilers for the second one. Like, I don't know what would be spoiled that would make me say, oh, now I don't want to see it. It doesn't, maybe I'm wrong, but it doesn't feel like a very plot-heavy movie. But how do they do the mask? Is that CGI, or is that an animatronic, or what? Because what I was about to say is that of all the things that I've seen, like commentary about at least that first movie, I haven't seen anybody talk about what I consider to be one of the more impressive, subtle effects, which is the way the eyes move. Deadpool has facial expressions, and like, I just don't know if it's a practical effect or not. I don't know why I'm...
All this excitement has really gotten me thinking about forming a team of my own. Spider-Man and his astonishing pals. His stupendous companions. I'm circling it, I know.
All right, that's why I was going up to talk to him. So let's do some daily sparring. Oh, can I combat therapy somebody? So Nico has the worst, what's it called? Oh, wait, hold on. So this is a moderate injury, but environmental attacks cost 2 more heroism. Not actually that big a deal, I wouldn't say. Cannot use moves, like move from one place to another. That's a much worse one. So we're going to put Nico into that. I was going to go with the moderate, but then I saw what the actual consequence and I was in, and I was like, who cares?
I still say we should have built a fire.
Okay, so friendship XP. So we can't do Captain America again because we did it too recently. Let's do... I guess we'll do Deadpool. Yeah, I guess we'll do Deadpool. Again, I actually really like how well integrated Deadpool has been into the story and stuff. They've really done a good job with that. It is difficult not to feel like he's a cameo visitor.
I'm gonna need a back rub.
So, can I edit the photo at all? Oh, I can. It's being a little bit, oh my. So, I probably shouldn't be editing the video. Hold on, I'm just gonna exit out of this. Revert exit, edits. Yes, please. Let's just stop doing that. This is fine, in retrospect. It really didn't like me doing that. Okay. Yard upgrades. I don't think that I have a lot of money. So we could do the food truck. Discard 1 card per encounter to gain 1 move. I do like the sound of that. Let me see what we're going to build in the forge, though, first. We've already done combat therapy.
Caretaker could have time to take it to the next level.
Strike plus. Can chain to 3 people. That seems really good. But he's already got a strike plus. So that doesn't feel as good. He's got a better strike plus than this. Yeah, let's not worry about that then. Deadpool. Quick shot. Now, he does not have an upgraded quick shot. So that's going to do the same damage. If target will be KO'd, chain to another target. Oh, that's a big upgrade for that. Yes.
No, you shouldn't have.
So I am a big fan of Trapdoor. We don't have this one, I don't think.
Wants my advice, but they're gonna get it either way.
Yeah, a lot more damage this is. Not enough resources. So since I don't want to upgrade Strike, at least I don't think that I do, maybe we'll melt that down. And then what's Nico's upgrade? Curse. Yeah, Curse is not my favorite, so we're going to exit out. Okay.
Do your thing.
Let me look at Blade's deck. Okay, I gotta check out the super link. Edit deck. Okay, so we've got Quick Strike and a better Quick Strike, so we're going to put that in. I don't know why we weren't there. So I could melt this Quick Strike, right? Like, I don't need that for anything. I'm not going to have more than one Quick Strike, or more than two, I wouldn't think. Yeah, and then I could upgrade Strike then if I wanted to. So, yeah, let's melt this for now. And then we can do What's-Her-Faces.
Time's wasting, Hunter.
Trapdoor.
I think we've got something for everyone.
Just give me a target.
Oh, hey, research progress. We upgraded 5 magic abilities. Yeah, and now that I see it, I would want to do Strike, except I don't quite have enough. So let me just see if there's any other cards, like attack cards, that I can melt down.
See you around.
Let's go to Inventory and Abilities, and we're going to sort by attack. I kind of want to melt Curse. I've got a better Curse right over here. I love Strike, Quick Soul Slash, Witchfire. Yeah, I don't want to melt any of these, up to and including Slash. But Curse, I kind of feel like I can melt Curse. All right, in order to get a better Strike. Upgrade abilities.
Back again. We need any advantage we can get.
Okay, and
Think
now...
Dr. Strange knows Merlin. I'm still waiting for someone to take this sword.
Here's, hold on. I wanted to check their decks. Yeah, so he got his upgraded Strike, which is good. Let's check Magic. I want to make sure that she got upgraded Trapdoor, which it looks like she did. Trapdoor Plus. And then, I don't think we actually upgraded anything from Magic right now. Yeah, Curse is so, like... It's like the thing that I would swap out for almost any other attack. Up to including Curse Plus, which is at least a little bit better. Or Curse Star. Okay. Oh, there we...
Don't you think with all my knowledge, all my expertise, I could have helped save Wanda?
No.
Why?
Because we do not trust you, Strange.
Your problem, Magik, is that you don't trust anyone.
Why should I? Where were you when Wanda was taken? What have you or any of the other Avengers done to rescue her?
I thought we resolved this already. There was nothing any of us could do.
No, you resolved it out of your mind. We acted.
And had you elicited my help, you might have succeeded.
Please, you Avengers would only have gotten in our way.
I suppose we'll never know now, will we? And people say Tony's ego's big.
Enough of this. I have to attend to some issues in Limbo. Someone has to make sure we have safe passage through space-time.
Now who is running from a fight, Ileana?
I guess I'll just be over here, shopping for gifts. Growing up with trauma, for all those who grew up with significant trauma in their childhoods, well, that's a gift for literally all of them, but it's especially Magik, obviously. Here's a legendary one. I can't afford it. Belasco and his demon hordes are looking to use Ileana for their nefarious purposes. Can the X-Men save Colossus' sister? Now, I look at this and I say, is that a real-world comic book? And I'd be willing to bet that it is, and also that Jav has read it. And then we've got a candle, night into morning. Is your life more stressful than usual? Challenges at work or home? Let this soft, calming scent take you away. That actually is the one that I don't know who it would be for exactly. But I can't really afford the one that I want. Let's buy Growing Up with Trauma. I don't need as many gifts for Magik, I don't feel like, because I have an easy time making friends with her.
Foul mood at the moment.
And I'm so sorry, and I might have even said it a moment ago. Have I not said hello to Fox McCloud? I just want to make sure that I did. Fox, I hope that you've had a nice Tuesday so far.
I try not to be someone who equates youth with folly. I wish Ileana would not look at someone with a lifetime of experience and assume incompetence. Perhaps there was more I could have done to save Wanda, but until I get back into my sanctum, I cannot see everything I once did.
I don't want to say you're showing weakness.
Greatness can never expire, and neither can you.
I know, I know. I am one of the greats, aren't I?
You know you are.
But with being great comes the pressure to stay great, to have others look at you with the recognition of that greatness.
You can harness that pressure, perhaps even achieve something greater than ever before.
I like the way you think, Hunter. You've definitely given me a goal to strive for.
Then my job here is done.
Till next time, friend. You know where to find me.
Standing in the way?
I was never much for dancing, if that's what you're after.
Doctor Strange, just out of curiosity, what was happening there that made you think that I wanted to dance?
Now that's improvement.
Help Hero.
Hey, can I ask a favor?
Hello to Drienne, who says Deadpool is portrayed in the comics as pansexual. In the movies, he is heterosexual. I've only seen the Ryan Reynolds movie, like Deadpool, once, and would struggle to, like, remember a scene where it would have been clarified in there one way or the other. But maybe in the sequel, does he, like, hit on a bunch of women or something? Tony says he has some new gear for me, but he can go one of two ways with it. What do you think? This one, or how could you not pick this? Well, let's go with an upgraded ability. I don't know why I would want a regular ability.
Thanks, Hunter.
Drain Soul Plus. Let's hit it. Drienne, I hope that you're having a nice Tuesday. And also, I got a chance to hang out in your Subnautica stream earlier. That was a lot of fun. You have built the large room, which I never did. It wasn't available in my first playthrough of that game. And it's no secret that that particular component was backfilled from the second game. I never wound up building a large room in the second game either, but
love this.
I really like how spacious it is. So this is the Crucible. Add or reroll random mods on upgraded hero abilities. I would like to add that. So we unlocked a couple things. Sit rep I can't do because I need to complete a hero op with Captain America, and we have not had any intel to send him on one. Science fair is the one that I can do. 6 missions with Spider-Man. Parker Kid has some decent smarts. I mean, he's raw, and some of his ideas are pretty out there, but he's pretty good with his hands, and those web shooters of his have given me some ideas I'd like to try out. Craft rare quality combat items. Okay. I don't do that a lot, but it's nice to have the access.
So, how's the whole saving the world thing going?
Moose says, I feel like Angel must have missed a significant portion of the storyline in the first Deadpool. It could be, and also it could be that I don't remember it. I mostly remember from the first Deadpool a violent scene that opened it up, which sort of sets the stage for like an R-rated superhero movie, and then a character called like Neo Maxi Zoom Dweeby or somebody. Like I'd never heard of this character. Teenage disaffected warhead face or something that people had to assure me was an actual character, and I'd never heard of this person and have never heard of them since then.
Brush your fingers. Genius inventor strikes again.
Aside from that, I remember being very impressed by the facial animations on Deadpool, I swear to God. And that I liked the video, or the movie okay. Okay, so we got a couple Spider-Man things happening here, but I've never seen Astral Meditation before that I remember. Restore one combat item used this mission, +2 redraws, and exhaust.
How long did you say you were exposed to this thing? It's probably fine.
I feel like I've never seen Dark... but yeah, no, I don't own this, so I want to get Dark Blessing. And then... So, I'm going to do Quick Kick as often as I can against enemies that are immediately going to be knocked out. So I feel like the upgraded Chain Strike is more interesting. I don't use combat items very often, so let's stick with Chain Strike. Drienne is further saying, I don't need to do that or that. Research we've already queued up. Challenges are Zilcho. Okay. Drienne is saying, I should say, as far as I know, in the movies he is the default hetero because he's only shown to have attraction to women. There's no confirmation one way or the other in the movies, if I'm not mistaken. And
I'm happy to help, Hunter.
Absent confirmation, I would agree with you that, like, it's kind of like I feel like the running comparison is J.K. Rowling saying after all the books were completed, oh, Dumbledore is canonically gay, in a way that just never came up in 7 books. Never even gets mentioned. Now, I guess Fantastic Beasts resolves that a little bit, but even that I could be wrong. Moo says the movies revolve on Deadpool's relationship with one woman. Moo and Drienne knew. Although there's a little bit of disagreement over whether Teenage or Negasonic was first. Negasonic Teenage Warhead. That to me is like, that's up there with like Jubilee and Dazzler of, it feels like somebody's just kind of taking the piss, but sure. That could be a character. If Arm Fall Off Boy is an actual comic book character, then I can believe anything.
What's the latest intel?
Oh, I don't know where I got an intel cache, but...
Okay, Central. Work your magic. This intel is hot, Hunter. We shouldn't sit on it for long.
Drienne says that she's named after a song. Is it a real song? Or is that like just a song in the X-Men world? Okay. So we very much want to send Captain America on a hero
Who are we
up.
sending on an op?
Well... this one's epic. And the most expensive one. So let's do this one. MIT could be a good source for Hydra's next evil scientist recruit, so I've been analyzing all the data sent and received on MIT's network. There's one IP that seems suspicious. Every message they send is about a party for my pet snake at the cemetery. First, why the caps? Secondly, sounds dubious. I'm going to investigate. Does anybody want to join me? What is that? PPSC? I don't know what that is, but let's send Steve.
Happy to help.
Okay.
See you soon.
And it is a real song by Monster Magnet. Moo was saying that she had the right words. You were closer than I was, Moo. I had no idea what that character's name was. Okay, crystal ball. Free chest. Well, not free chest, but openable chest. I don't need to craft, or I'm choosing not to craft anything right now. I feel like the library's run a little bit dry, and I'm not mad about it. I'm just noting that for a while, every single day that we came in here had something to read. Oh, I take it back. Note from Caretaker, 1770. Agatha spends more time in her cottage these days. I can feel the energies when I visit her there. She's working on something. I could use my word to reveal her work, I suppose, but to what end? Oh, is this a hint? Hold on, maybe I should go to the cottage and use reveal if I didn't already. I don't remember if I did that. The Abbey is grim and lonely when she's gone. I don't blame her, though. I know I'm difficult. How long will I carry this? When will these losses become memories? When will they fade with age, their keen edges dulled? For Agatha, I must move on. My hunter, forgive me. I must bury you deep, or I fear that I will claw down through the damp soil and join you. Okay, I'm just making a mental note. We want to go to Agatha's and use reveal just in case. Notes from Wanda Maximoff from 1994. The victims of Salem have been calling to me these last few evenings. I have spent the last nights shifting over to my astral state to find them at the base of the hanging tree, still bound in spectral form, clutching one another and sobbing. Each night I managed to get a bit closer to them, but not before the eldritch fires consumed them. Night after night, these tortured souls relive the immolation they suffered at the hands of Hiram? Hiram is how they're pronouncing it? Hiram Shaw? I shall continue to try. I believe I can put an end to their suffering. Drienne, you're very, very well read, and maybe somebody else does as well. Have you ever heard it pronounced Hiram? Because every character in this game says it is Hiram. And I'm not saying that it can't be that, it's just the less common pronunciation. I don't see any other... No, but we do want to pet Charlie. So Charlie is apparently in my room, or close to it. Then we get to go on a mission. Markwak says Dazzler was a 1980s comic creation and quite disco-influenced. I can believe it. Jubilee made her debut in 1989. Both Jubilee and Dazzler first appeared in the comics Uncanny X-Men. So was Jubilee like a... I guess you just answered that. I was about to ask, was Jubilee like
who's a good girl?
A Harley Quinn situation where she was invented for the cartoon series? But no, if she made her first appearance there. Let me ask a question. The cartoon series, did she ever do anything? Hey! Charlie's combat abilities have been upgraded. Still, hold on. Nope, still haven't fixed the pants. Someday, here's my personal goal. By the end of the game, I want to look into the mirror and have the pants look correct. I want them to patch that. Okay, so
Hola.
As far as we've gone around and talked, let me just double check, but I think that Robbie's the only person we can invite to a haven. Oh, everybody just moved. Drienne has not heard it pronounced as Hiram before now. I've only and ever heard it as Hiram.
Oops, you're bad.
Is there something new I can do? Right. Yeah, no, I would love to do the Crucible, but I don't have $300. I am tempted to do the food truck. Let's do the food truck. Okay, I am a fan of the food truck.
All right then.
And similarly, Drienne, I would just like submit that absent new information, I do feel like this Deadpool is canonically gay. Just because, like, however he is in the comics, here he does have a, like, pronounced preference for shirtless men, and that's fine. I'm just saying that if he can be hetero in the movies, he can be gay in here.
I work with a few borderline scientists myself. You know the type, consumed by their ambition and curiosity. Faustus isn't all that different. We just picked the wrong team.
That must be so boring for her. Like, how much more wait before it becomes a challenge? I want to see if there's anything actually at the food truck. I'm not expecting anything over here, but we'll just double check. It's more of a decoration than anything else. Yeah. Oh, hold on, but it has sound. Listen. That's a nice touch. They could have just left this be completely silent and just had some, like, engine noises. Oh, look, they put the art on both sides. Chimichangas for the whole family. I really want a chimichanga. We need a quirky hero that kids will like now. What about a girl, says Fox McCloud, that shoots sparkles named Dazzler, looks at the clock, sigh. Oh, sorry. I thought I saw something underneath the bridge. I was like, how did I overlook that this long? But no, it's actually just the candles on the other side. And it is possible, because he's Deadpool specifically, that he's just like trying to make other people uncomfortable, like people were saying. But it's also just as possible that Deadpool just sort of like lives his life by his own rules and isn't worried about making other people excessively comfortable if it's what he likes. Invite to Haven. Foggy Graveyard. Yeah, I'm what am I going to hold this on to Nico forever? Wait, was it shirtless Deadpool on the unicorn? I just thought it was shirtless man.
I need to take you street racing.
Is that like running?
No, in a car. You race through empty streets, pushing your ride as hard as it can take it, and leave the other racers in your dust. There's nothing like it.
As soon as this is over, we shall street race.
All right. First thing, we hit a junkyard for parts. We are going to put together a real monster on the road.
You do not want to use the Hell Ride?
Nah, it's no fun if you win every time.
Okay, don't we have something about, like, facing your inner demons in here? Did I already give that to him? The jet fuel one is clearly for him as well. Yeah, calming your inner demon for the man who literally has an inner demon.
Oh, I can't wait to put this to use.
Yeah, I should have looked at the activity. I didn't. It's just I saw an opportunity to hang out with him. But even though he disliked the activity, the conversation and legendary gift got us way up. Okay. Talk to Caretaker. I don't know where she is. Right now. That's Agatha. No, that's Doctor Strange. No. There she is. Okay, can I set a... Okay, I can't seem to set a notification, but northish, I feel like it's this way. The thing about it, like, the only place that Deadpool is putting up his posters are places that are designated for him. Inside his own room, which is every bit as right, and then on his food truck. Which, as far as I know, is his property. I guess it's possible that he stole the food truck from someplace, but if so, the original owner will come looking for it at some point. I'm sorry, which direction? This way.
Hunter, come and talk with me a moment.
I would love to. Okay. Hi.
I wanted to apologize for last night. I just couldn't believe what you and the rest of the Sons did and needed time alone to process. I knew I underestimated Nico's desperation to save Wanda when I realized she swiped my spellbook. I keep thinking, if I hadn't given up on her so easily, if I had listened to them, helped them, I could have prevented them from going out on their own and risking all. Do you think they are right, Hunter? Do you think I gave up on Wanda too soon?
So... I feel like there's a separation between the way that the characters talk about this situation and the way that I understood it. Wanda was inside the sanctum. The heroes got chased out of the sanctum by Lilith when she showed up. In any event, like all of these venom tendrils went up and they couldn't get back in. I don't know when they quote unquote gave up on Wanda so much as didn't have a pathway to get into her. I feel like she made the right call?
No, you were right about Wanda. No one else wanted to believe she was fallen, but you knew.
Yes, thank you for saying that. I feel like I can't trust myself the way I used to. I keep questioning if I made the right decision.
If there were any doubts, they should be answered now.
Oh, I can't help but be reminded of Lilith. Maybe if I tried to save her centuries ago, we wouldn't be walking the apocalypse we're in now. Well, I ought to pull myself together and face the day. Thanks for the word, Hunter.
Okay, her thumb is weird. Look at her hand. Is it me or... Well, now she's put her thumb away. it looks like she had... It looks like something went wrong with the scaling on her hand. I've already... Oh, there's an oyster mushroom up there as well. This is where we got the ember to, like, relight the forge or whatever it was that Agatha needed. Oh, that's right. We needed to go to Agatha's shed or whatever. Yeah, Drienne was staring at the thumb, too. Something went a little bit fluky there. Also, that... We could play this game for a really long time and not unlock all the cosmetics and stuff. Nice. That's not our first nanotech weave. I really am not using items very often, and it's specifically because they're consumables. I have difficulty using consumables in games when I feel like replacing them is going to require the expenditure of more items. Like, oh, you can craft new consumables, but they're going to take up the same attack essence and skill essence and heroism essence that you would otherwise be using for upgrading your abilities. So why not save the consumables, and then I don't wind up using them so that I always have them, except I never use them, so I always have them. And it just gets into like that loop. Drienne meant to say, I really like the large room in Subnautica, but the restrictions on placement of dividing walls are frustrating at times. So I never had a large room to put in a dividing wall. What are the restrictions? Does it have to go like down, like bisect down the middle? I'm sure that it snaps into place because everything in Subnautica does. But from there, I'm not sure what the limitations are.